Hey everybody, Blugoblin here for my comic book review for this week for the ending of February 2015. I apologize for being so late. Been working a lot of overtime at work, and by the time I get home I'm too exhausted to hardly do anything. Hell, I even had to take some time to finish getting these comics read. Not to mention I was sorely behind on the Midtown stashes that Chris, TheMtVernonKid, had sent me, but I've just finished a stash, and I'm going to film a review for it as soon as I get done with this. So, yeah, there's that. So, without further ado, let's get to these books. We're going to start with, we got DC, we got a couple indies, and we're going to end with Marvel. Starting DC off with Aquaman number 39. Oh, man. This is the next part of the Maelstrom. It's called Pacifica. Jeff Parker continues to write this. Paul Pelletier's artwork is just fantastic in here. Yes, the Harley Quinn variant cover. I love Harley. But wow. Okay, minor spoilers here. Arthur is now with his mother on this, I don't want to say other world. I just want to say like other country or something like that. But yeah, he breaks the news to her. Like, hey, I'm Arthur. I'm your son. And you see the look on her face. It just tells the whole story. But then again, then we have to go down this cliched pathway of she doesn't want to believe it, so she chooses not to believe it and immediately thinks that he's lying. And I'm like, I have seen storytelling like this done over and over and over again. This issue wins 0 points for originality. But the storytelling, the deepness and the drama of it is still there. It really is. It's still there. And even though Arthur's got Atlanteans backing him up, he doesn't want to attack or fight his mother. You kind of understand that. But it's more of similar storytelling. Like I've said, I've seen this done 1,000 times before. But I gotta say though, I was impressed with the cliffhanger. Nicely done there. Where are you going from there? Now that I'm wondering. So all in all, a solid read. Nothing original, but with an awesome cliffhanger. I liked it. I'll give it a 3.5. Alright, moving on to Batman number 39. It's the next part of Endgame. Bruce is getting desperate. He's gone to the Court of Owls for help with the Joker. And in case you didn't think that was desperate enough, he goes and forms a short alliance with some other individuals concerning his problem with the Joker in here. I will not spoil it. But, wow. Okay, here I am thinking, finally, we're getting somewhere with this storyline. We're finally starting to see the desperation from Bruce and how it's affecting not only him, but but his family, the people he works with. This could really go somewhere. Finally, this story is getting really interesting to me. And I really dug this. Thought it was really well written. Not the best stuff in the world, but, I'm a big Joker fan, so I'm always willing to give a little leeway when it comes to the Joker. But still, I don't know where they're going with this, but they need to do something soon, or I'm going to lose interest again. This, to me, was a solid read. My favorite part of the story so far. That's just me. It was good for what it was. The second story, I didn't care. But yeah, a solid read. I give it a 3.5. Okay, moving on to, let's see, Batman 66, number 20. It's the Joker Man, Gotham's newest hero. They've done this before too, where the Joker pretends to be a hero only to find out he can't escape his true nature as a criminal. I mean, they did this in the, remember the animated series, The Batman? You know, where Kevin Michael Richardson was playing the Joker when he had those, like, those green dreadlocks and shit. There was an episode where he dressed up like Batman and tried to fight crime. And he poisoned Batman with Joker toxin to try and make Batman his Joker. You know, and that was a good episode. And that's kind of what I got here. Now let's take that concept and that plot and put an Adam West twist on it. And here's where you go. This wasn't bad. This wasn't bad. Of course, this is Adam West shit. It's not meant to be taken seriously. But what I got in here did entertain me. Very nicely done. Really good stuff. But like I said, it's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be serious. Just enjoy it for what it is. I give it a 3. Okay, going on to The Flash, number 39. Oh, this is getting good. This is getting good. Castle Flash continues to expose himself as the killer that he is. Meanwhile, Barry, trapped in the Savage Speed Force, is moving ever so closer to coming back and getting so closer to getting his powers back. Meanwhile, Iris and Patty, I didn't think I would ever see this, considering how these characters have been written here lately. But Iris and Patty actually form a secret pact with each other to try and figure out what the hell is going on with Barry, with Castle Flash. And, wow, you want to talk about a flip here. Patty, I gotta say, her character, to me, looks pretty damn smart. She's not blinded by her amorous affections for Barry. She's starting to notice some shit, too. And so, she also forms her own way of investigating. And, to top it all off, she actually helps Iris. And Iris actually backs her up when Castle Flash takes it a step too far with her. I really dug this. Talk about drama. Talk about good storytelling. Talk about flips that I didn't expect to see. Because for the longest time, anytime Iris's name was even mentioned, Patty started turning fucking green with jealousy. And to see her working with Iris to expose Castle Flash for who he is was really damn entertaining. Really damn impressive. This was an awesome read. I really loved this. I give it a 4. Alright. Moving on to... Wait a minute. I think this... Yeah. He-Man, the Eternity War. Oh, this is getting good. This was actually really good. I actually don't want to spoil hardly anything in this. I just thought this was well done. I mean, this should please any She-Ra fans out there. But let's see, artist's name. Yeah, Dan Abnett and Pop Mahan. Just really good stuff, and it just awakened my 80s inner child just looking at this. But I can't get over how good this shit is. The action in here was fantastic. But like I said, this issue was really strong for you if you were a She-Ra fan, okay? Just keeping that in mind. If you weren't really big on She-Ra back in the day, odds are you might not like this as much as I did. But who knows? DC may have just made you a She-Ra fan with this. I don't know. But this was good shit. I'm loving this series. I'm loving what DC is doing with this particular franchise. I just hope more and more people get behind He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, the Eternity War, whatever the hell they want to put on a He-Man book. As long as you got this team, you got this creative team on it, I'm sold. This was great. But then again, that's just my opinion. I give it a 4. Oh, I want to read it again. Okay. Okay, enough gushing. Let's move on. We're ending DC with Red Lanterns number 39. Whoop, excuse me. Number 39. About dropped it. We got a different writer on here. Walker, I believe. Oh, who did they get? Oh, shit. Landry Walker. And, of course, Mr. Calafiore. Great artwork. This was probably one of the goofiest issues of Red Lanterns I've read. How can I say this and make you believe it? Guy Gardner gets his ass kicked by a baby. I shit you not. I just said that. Guy Gardner gets his ass kicked by a baby. And even stranger, there's an explanation for why that happens. Or for how that happens. It's a simple one and done story in this issue, and I thought it was good. It was goofy, and there were times I just snickered at it, but it was still an awesome read. I really liked it. And it's still going to pain me when DC gets rid of it. A 3.5. Really solid read. Alright, we're moving on to the indies, starting out with Boom Studios. We're going to George Perez's Sirens, number 3 of 6. Wow. Now, with all due respect, George Perez is one of my heroes. Like I've always said, the new Teen Titans was the first comic book series I ever read as a child, so there will always be a special place in my heart when it comes to Mr. Perez. He's one of my heroes, and I've got his autograph, for fuck's sakes. But the thing is, I think he's a better artist than he is a writer. This storyline has just been so jumbled and so crisscrossed and zigzag and everything, but it doesn't mean it's impossible to follow. You just got to really focus on where the writing is going, where the direction of the characters are going, how they interact with each other. It's there. It's really hard to get by the great artwork in here. You know, does Perez still have it when it comes to artwork? Absolutely. Is it the best he's ever done? No. But man, I'm really digging this. Artwork-wise, it's great. Storytelling-wise, it's pretty good. But it's not great. But one of the characters, Bombshell, comes to a horrific realization at the end of the issue. And I mean horrific. But then we also, in the middle of the issue, we get kind of like the series kind of poking fun at itself. You know, there's like a flash of light, and all of a sudden we're in the real world where you see the Sirens from 1985 being written. You look like you're reading an unfinished comic book that's being written by one of the members of the Sirens today. It's a bit of a mess when it comes to plot direction, but it's still a solid read. I enjoyed this. But like I said, I enjoyed the artwork much more than the writing, but I did love this. It was good. 3.5. Pick of the week time. Hell yeah, baby. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 43. Goddamn right. All I'm going to say is, damn. You got all kinds of shit going on in here. You got Shredder and Krang damn near killing each other. You got the shit that's going on with the Turtles. You got the shit that's going on with Old Hob, Splinter, and the rest of the Mutanimals. But then, oh my fucking god, that cliffhanger. Oh my god. Fuck me, that cliffhanger. Damn it. And, Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz, just fucking amazing writing. Smith fills in for Santalocchio. But the artwork in here was good. It was good. And it was refreshing to see Shredder actually put up a decent fight while getting his ass whooped. He's not an overbearing, overpowering presence. He can get hurt. He can take an ass whooping, which you're not really supposed to give him that kind of an underdog sensation because he's a villain. But god damn, this was amazing. The action was great. The writing was great. And like I said, fuck that cliffhanger. God damn. Looking forward to the next issue so badly. You have no idea. This was amazing. 4.5. Fucking love it. Alright, moving on to Marvel. Starting Marvel off with All New X-Men number 38. This is chapter 4 of the Black Vortex. This wasn't bad. I'm still really disappointed that this has turned into another heroes versus heroes storyline with the antagonist who should be the main antagonist just kind of sitting there in the background. Like, how many times is Marvel gonna do this shit? Heroes versus heroes. I think when Civil War became such a big success to their minds, it's like it just sparked this overwhelming obsession. We gotta have more storylines where heroes versus heroes because God knows there's not enough villains for them to whoop, so we just gotta put the heroes against each other. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting fed up with this. And what makes it hurt even more for me is that they suckered me in with this. I was thinking that the Guardians and the X-Men were going to team up to fight whoever had the Black Vortex. But no, it's becoming a quarrel. It's my Vortex. No, it's my Vortex between the Guardians and the X-Men. That's not what I signed up for. That's not what I wanted. I wanted two teams of legendary heroes to team up and fight the main antagonists who have control of this godlike powerful source of power, and instead it's become a dick measuring contest between the Guardians and the X-Men. No! That's not what I want. Even though I'm doing all this griping, I still have to give credit where credit is due. The writing in here, it was interesting. I just don't know where they're going with this. It's like, you had the I'm gonna spoil this. Okay, you had the issue ends with the return of young Cyclops to the book, and I'm like, okay, there are people going, oh, this is gonna get really interesting. How's it gonna get interesting? Young Cyclops is back. Whoop-de-doo. What's he gonna do? What can he possibly do to impact this storyline besides be in it? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna optic blast everybody? Is he going to optic blast the new godly beast Gamora and Angel when I'm probably willing to bet it's not going to affect them at all? Or is there going to be a big twist? He's going to submit to the Black Vortex and become all godlike. I mean, this just reeks of rehashing. It just reeks of heroes getting possessed by the Phoenix Force again. It just kind of feels that way. Hell, they even mentioned the Phoenix Force in here. But it is what it is. The book itself wasn't bad. It's just I don't like the overall plot. But I've ordered it. I'm gonna stick through it, and hopefully the story will keep going. We'll go in a different direction from here. But I'm gonna be patient with it and go through it. I give this a 3. I'll be nice. Moving on to The Amazing Spider-Man number 715. Fuck you, Marvel. It's 715. Number it properly. This is the Spider-Verse epilogue. Dan Slott and Giuseppe Camuncoli. This was actually pretty good. What possibly could happen after the Inheritors were defeated? Well, you get your answer here. I was expecting this issue just to be a bunch of patting on the back between all the spiders, and they just get sent back to their worlds and everything. Probably the biggest eye-opener was what happened with Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock. And I like the fact that they just, excuse me, out of sheer plot convenience, they send him back to the time period of where he came from without any knowledge of any of this happening. I'm like, just lucky for us, he doesn't remember shit. probably the biggest surprise for me was Mayday Parker. Kind of a little bit of a cop-out. I mean, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I just like, oh well, it is what it is. But this book, it wasn't bad. I thought it was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest. But they're setting up a Spider-Verse series later this year. This is the setup to Spider-Gwen, what's going to go happening in Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Woman and everything. We get a new Master of the Webs, or Master Web Weaver, whatever, with a big reveal of who the original Master Web Weaver was and who it ends up being now. This actually wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed this for what it was. It wraps everything up. But yeah, it's like, okay, this storyline's done. Let's just go back to the same old formula with old Pete here. But there you go. Amazing Spider-Man 715. I give it a 3.5. Amazing X-Men number 17. Oh boy. We have a new Juggernaut. Oh boy. Wasn't who I was expecting it to be. Big revelation from Kane Marco and from Colossus in here on what their true intentions for the gem were. But I'll spoil this. Neither one of those two is the new Juggernaut. But we get a new Juggernaut. Fuck. I give it a 3.5. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. Daredevil number 13. This was fun. Wade working that magic. This was fun. I loved this. Matt, for the first time in God knows how long, is actually happy, and he's starting to overthink, why am I happy? Why should I be happy? And it's like Foggy is trying to tell him, just quit overthinking and be happy. And his girlfriend Christy celebrates a very weird occurrence in this book. I don't want to spoil it. But she's celebrating something that no other person should celebrate. And even Matt's going, you're happy about this? The inside, the humor in here was shining through. But the action here was nice. Nice ending to the book. But overall, this particular issue was just pure fun. I loved it. I give it a 4. Okay, going on to Darth Vader, number 2. Awesome. Awesome shit. I like what Marvel is doing here with all these Star Wars books. Is that they're putting it in between the original movies. It's like, fuck those damn prequels. Let's focus on the 3 real Star Wars movies and see how much shit we can shoehorn in between them. And so far, we're getting what's going on between episodes 4 and 5. Now, the first issue of Darth Vader was really good. This second issue was also really good. Vader has been now been assigned a commanding officer, and he's also been assigned an assistant, and everything like that. And, Vader's like, just don't test my patience because you know what I can do and everything. It's just really cool shit. But let's see. The artwork from Salvatore La Rocca. Let me get a good page here. Let's see. Looking for a good showcase page right here. Here we go. just get a look at some of this artwork. I don't know how well this camera can pick it up, but this artwork is amazing. Usually I would scoff a comic book for trying to draw a character specifically how they look in a movie. You know, it's like, you know, IDW is famous for that sometimes, where they draw Star Trek characters to look like the actors who play them. But, you know, my old mentor Craig used to say, nobody draws Wolverine to look like Hugh Jackman, which is fine, you know, but there comes a time where you have to make an exception, and in here, I love the fact that they're trying to make this look as close to the original movies as they possibly can. Is just really, really good. Vader finds out that there's, I don't want to say traitor, I just want to say like a mole inside the Empire, and he's like recording information for somebody else, and when he finds out who it is, it's like they just treat him like a fucking pushover, and of course you know how Vader is. But this was a great read. I love this. It is really, really good stuff. Kieran Gillen is just killing it with this. And I hope my buddy, my bro, Chris, I sent him the digital codes for issues 1 and 2, and I hope he enjoys this as much as I have. But this was awesome. I give this a 4. Alright, I'm sure this is the book everybody's been waiting for me to talk about, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Spider-Gwen #1. Yep, I was looking forward to this just as much as y'all were. Jason Latour and Rodriguez. Oh man, this was good. This was good. Was it perfect? No. But this takes place, I mean, right after the events of Spider-Verse. She's back in her world. And I love all the twists and tweaks that they give to other Spider-related characters. Like, you know, the main antagonist in this issue is the Vulture. And the stuff with J. Jonah Jameson, he's still the mayor here. Her father, George Stacy, is still alive. Mary Jane Watson is a narcissistic little bitch who's running a rock band called the Mary Janes, thinking about going solo and shit, and you know, because Gwen's the drummer and that's her day job or whatever. But in this issue, the reason why I say it's not perfect is because it's not entirely original. What I mean by that is that Gwen is facing similar problems to what her 616 counterpart, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. She's facing similar problems that Peter puts up with. Tries to be the hero, but is constantly shunned as a vigilante or is shunned as an outlaw throughout the media, primarily through Jameson. So it's not exactly anything original, but the drama was good, the storytelling was good, and it ends on a pretty decent cliffhanger. This is actually a solid start to this series. But Marvel is fixing to press the reset button with the Secret Wars shit coming up here soon, so who knows how long this series is going to stick around. But so far as a beginning, pretty impressive. I dug this. I give it a 4. Isn't it sad that I enjoyed Spider-Gwen more than I did Spider-Man? Isn't that weird? Alright, continuing on with Spider-Man 2099, #9. Oh, fuck. Peter David. God damn, this was great. But man, is Miguel fucked. He's back in his time period, or is he? He comes across our old buddy Maestro. All I'm going to say is Miguel is fucked. He's in his world, but how much have things changed since the things that happened in Spider-Verse? Or did somebody accidentally send him to an alternate 2099 after the events of Spider-Verse? All kinds of shit is left unanswered, but man, this was This grabbed my attention. This was an awesome read. I really loved this. This was good. I give it a 4. Alright, we're almost done. Thor Annual number 1. Yeah, Noelle Stevenson, Jason Aaron, and CM Punk. CM Punk, CM Punk. There, I did it for you. Fuck, get over it. He's gone. CM Punk left the WWE over a year ago. He's not coming back. Get over it. And to be quite honest, I'm happy he wrote a story in this book because it's actually really good. He writes a story concerning a young Thor before he was worthy of Mjolnir. You also got a story about old Thor, Thor Odinson, as an old man. And that was really gripping. And then you got a story involving the current Thor, the female Thor. No, we still don't know her identity. But all 3 of these stories were really good. I really think that this is an annual well worth $5. I really loved this. This was good shit. I highly recommend this issue. 4 out of 5. We're ending this review, folks, with Wolverines number 8. An old buddy of Logan's has come back to fulfill a yearly tradition, only to find out there's no Logan to fulfill that tradition with. So he decides to try and fulfill that tradition with the Wolverines, Mystique and all them. And it doesn't bode well for them. But he is impressed enough to say, okay, since Logan's gone, I'll continue my yearly annual tradition with all of you instead of him. But then he does something at the end of the book with Dakin, and I'm like, oh, where's he going? Where's he taking Dakin? Because Dakin is not exactly 100%, quite literally not 100%. And when I saw what I saw at the end of the issue, I'm like, damn, you better think of something, Dakin, because you ain't exactly looking so good, and he's taking you there. Good issue, strong dialogue, good character development for some. The action was good. I really liked this. I give it a 3.5. Well, that's all I got for this review, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And once again, I apologize for being so late with it. Please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget Blugoblin X for the Midtown comic stashes. Give my bro, TheMtVernonKid, some love. Subscribe to him. Don't forget Deadpoolzilla and Brandon Hex. Zilla, saw your video reaction about the Power Rangers fan film. I liked your opinion on that. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I am Groot. I'll see you later.